Alright everyone, welcome back, and this is a very interesting again and a new class, and I just thought you should be able to make some projects after completing this course. So we will discuss some projects in details right from the internet. So the first one is this right here. This is an Arduino project of a RC car. Let's look at the first project. This right here is the exact one we have discussed in our last video. That was Bluetooth control using Arduino. So this guy right here made a car using Bluetooth module, and that car can run forward, backward, left, right using your mobile phone. Let's look at a video for a while. As you can see, he is operating his car from his mobile phone. Now let's discuss this project in detail. I have increased the size, and first of all let me give the credit. The channel name is The Wrench, and he made this car. It's pretty awesome, pretty clear. And if you try to understand this project, if you want to build this project, the first thing that you need is obviously the Arduino, the brain of project. We have discussed Arduino in very details in our previous classes. So this right here is your Arduino. Now the second and the most important part is this motor driver module that we are going to discuss in the last part of this course, how to operate this motor driver module, because it's very important in almost any application where you have motors. You have to use this motor driver module. Now why we need this motor driver module, the reason behind that is if you want to turn these motors, if you want to run these DC motors, Arduino cannot directly provide power to these motors. These motors consume power, consume current, and Arduino cannot provide the current. Arduino's brain, not muscle. This motor driver module actually provide current to these motors, and we will look at the connections of this motor driver module in our next class. Now the third important component after Arduino and motor driver module is the battery. In the I guess the battery is down there in this project. Let's look at, yes, this right here. These are batteries, and we have used batteries like these. Maybe you can see in my camera like these in our previous classes. So you need some sort of power source, some sort of battery to run this portable project. You cannot provide power with a computer like we were doing in this whole course. So you need a battery. A battery has two wires, positive and negative, and you will connect that battery here in this motor driver module. This motor driver module distributes power between your complete robot. It will give power to Arduino, and it will give power to motors. If you will do all the connections, it will perform all of its operations. Now Arduino provides signal to motor driver module. These colorful wires, hopefully you can see that these wires are coming all down here to this motor driver module. So Arduino send the signal that turn that motor on, turn this motor on, that motor will run and your robot will move. And these are just some DC geared motors. These are toy DC geared motors. You can easily get them. They generally come in yellow color, not in blue color, and you can connect these motors. Now let's, yes, one more important thing, the Bluetooth module. That Bluetooth module we have discussed in our last class. That Bluetooth module is right here behind that Arduino. Maybe you can see that these are the wires coming out of Bluetooth module, and obviously you will send the message from your mobile phone to the Arduino, and you will apply the condition. If I press F, then send the message to motor driver that robot should move forward, and your robot will move forward. Let's look at the video for a while. And now as you can see, motors will run whenever you press the button. There are two cells down here. These are lithium cells, and each cell is around 4 volts. So this is an 8 volt battery, and 8 volts are sufficient to run a robot like this. But if you want to get more speed, you can go to 12 volt or even 24 voltage. So this is how you can make some RC cars using Arduino. Let's look at another project. This is from this channel, Eben Kuo, and he made a robotic arm. This is again very interesting project. So a robotic arm is something like this, an arm that can pick and grab something, place something, like our arm. So if you want to make, all you need is some servo motors and Arduino. So this side here on your screen is a robotic arm that is being operated by Arduino. To make a robotic arm, what you need is these black small squares are basically servo motors. And these servo motors, as we have discussed in our servo motor class, can be turned into certain angles. So if I turn this motor to something like this, then the vertical part of this arm will move. then again this motor operates this part, then this motor operates its hand, the movement of hand, and the last motor actually grabs and releases the arm. This is how this whole mechanical structure works, and all these parts have been 3D printed. You might be familiar with 3D printers, you might not be. If you are not, you should go and study 3D printers and CNC machines. Everything is on internet. The more you search, the more you gain knowledge. So let's move this video forward. He described this pretty well. The first one is the base joint that will rotate the arm, then the shoulder joint, then elbow joint, then wrist joint, and the gripper point. So these are all the servo motors. And yes, look at this. These are all the components that he used. This right here is a servo motor module. This module allows multiple servo motors to be connected with Arduino at once. Then he have a lot of different servo motors, and this right here is a stepper motor. Stepper motor is like a DC motor, but we can count steps, so that stepper motor can take more load that was actually on the base joint. So he made all the structure in this video, and in this video this guy defined everything pretty well. Even he gave you 3D printed parts that you can use to make your own 3D arm, to make your own robotic arm. So this is another project idea. Then the third one is the combination of the first and the second one I gave you. Again, as I told you, I will give you pretty clear direction to move forward. So the first one was robotic car right at the bottom. Then the second one is robotic arm. The second project we discussed was robotic arm, and now this one is a combination of both projects. So if you successfully make a robotic car, then you successfully make a robotic arm, then you can combine that. Again, the channel name is How to Mechatronics. You can go to that channel, and then you can look at this video. He made a car like this. That car will move forward, backward, left, right, and then this car you can move your robotic arm. You can pick and grab something, you can drop that thing into any other place. So this is a very interesting, very amazing and very interesting project. And these wheels right here are called Omni wheels. These wheels can move left and right like this. So let's look at the video. This guy will give you everything from 3D printed parts, the tutorial of assembly, and again moving forward I will explain the circuit of a robotic car and the programming and the wiring in our next class. Don't get confused, don't get worried. And let's look at our final project, which one? Yes, Arduino indoor garden. It's a different project. You can make this one as well. Again, yes, exactly the same. These are the readings of temperature sensor, that DHT32. So we have learned that how to operate this DHT sensor. This guy is actually making a smart garden using this sensor. So all of this is about hardware, not programming, not Arduino. It's all about hardware. He is going to make something like a garden like this. Let's give credit first. Ikyao is the name of this channel. So he's taking readings from the sensor, and look at this. This is how your project will look like when you start working with Arduino. You need a lot of wires, multimeter, breadboard and connections, and then you will keep experimenting, keep growing, keep getting knowledge. And he's actually using different types of sensors to take readings. So this project will work like he used a soil sensor to check if the soil have enough moisture or not. If the moisture drops below the certain threshold, he will turn the motor on. That motor will provide water to the soil. It will again get the moisture. It will stay like that, and again when the soil dry out, it will again turn the motor on. This is how he made a smart garden, and he is also monitoring the temperature and humidity around the garden. That's it. And one last one, a line following robot. Let me explain to you one last project, line following robot. This right here is a line following robot. First give the credit #include electronics from YouTube. He made this video, and I made a lot of these before for different competitions, and this one is really interesting project for beginner, for hobbies. So what actually it is basically a very basic form of an AI. This is an autonomous robot. You are not going to control it with your mobile phone. It will run automatically. It will follow the path, a line, and it will detect the line automatically. So Arduino will act as a brain, and we will use these IR sensor. As you can see in the front, small lights. These are basically IR sensor, and IR sensor gives different readings on different surfaces. So if the surface is black, it will give you another reading. If surface is white, it will give other reading. And how it actually works, it is following a line using motors. What we need to use, we should have an Arduino, then a motor driver module, as you can see in my screen, then two motors that will drive the robot, and two IR sensor. And it actually the condition actually works like if there is a line on the left sensor. If there is a line on the left sensor, then the opposite side motor will run and turn the robot in that direction. If there is a line on the right sensor, then other motor run and it will turn the robot. If the line is on both sensors, then robot will move forward and it will keep following the line just like that. So you can increase the number of sensors, you can increase the precision. You may have to calibrate your sensors like these. This is the placement of the sensor, as you can see in the screen. Then we have Arduino, as you can see clearly. This right here is Arduino, and then this right here is your motor driver. Again, Arduino is connected with motor driver. In the center we have our battery, and these are the yellow motors that we have discussed in our first project. So this is another project that you can make. This is a line following robot. You can get all the components of line following robot from Amazon very easily from any online store. This is Shafad Ahmed, and I will see you in the final class.